Gue siap ini custom streaming.
Oke, saya admit all ya.
Ya.
Recording, Pak, sudah on?
Belum.
Встречаешь серию пугающих препятствий и не можешь быстро пройти регистрацию. Хватит терпеть этот цирк. Тварь представляет легкую регистрацию.
Looping aja dulu, Bu.
Yes. Oke, Pak.
Spending $4 billion to deliver the first 500 million.
Oke, selamat malam Bapak Ibu. Sorry, sebentar, stop. Selamat malam Bapak Ibu, terima kasih atas kehadirannya dalam webinar malam ini. Kepada Ibu Brenda, kami ucapkan terima kasih atas kesediaan waktunya untuk memberikan webinar. Maaf. Oke, selamat malam sekali lagi, mohon maaf. Kepada Ibu Brenda, kami ucapkan terima kasih atas kesediaan waktunya untuk memberikan webinar pada malam ini. Kepada Ibu Hany, kami persilakan untuk dimulai, Ibu.
We'll put in the spotlight.
Silakan Ibu.
Okay. Terima kasih. Welcome to the first CFA Society of Indonesia webinar in 2022. So the today topic is about managing stress and anxiety. Let me call.
Sorry Bu Hany, suaranya.
Oke. Udah jelas? Okay, I think it's quite clear. Yeah, so let me call today's speaker and I would like to introduce her to all of us. So, Brenda. Let's call Brenda. Okay. Put at the spotlight. Okay. So, thank you, Brenda, for joining, for accepting our invitation to become the speaker today. And all friend, global pandemic has changed the landscape of the business and our life and also certain profession. So the word of stress and anxiety become more trending topic in a lot of contexts. Even before what we facing today, CFA Society has wrote several articles about stress management. I think the name of, let me see my note, Cristina Daverio in 2013 already wrote that stress at work, is that a global epidemic in 2013? In 2018, Mitu Sturoni, PhD, even wrote a more specific article. This is what her title is: Why Investors Must Understand and Manage Chronic Stress. So imagine, Brenda, before the pandemic, there are already focus and research among the CFA how we investment professional should manage the stress. And today, I understand from Bu Dewi, there are 30% of the participant is public out of CFA. So welcome to all of you. If you are new for our webinar, CFA Society Indonesia run at least 1 or 2 webinar every month. The topic range from investment technical or update market and also humanistic topic like today, stress management. So without the further ado, let me introduce Brenda. So I know Brenda for almost, I think, 30 years. She's spent, I think, her university in Indonesia. She worked almost all of her career life in footwear industry. Her last assignment is at Adidas. She spent almost 8 years in Adidas Indonesia. And because of her performance, she got the opportunity to be transferred to San Francisco, United States. And she spent 6 years in San Francisco. I think her function is around commercialization or business development, sort of. And at the end of the tenure of her 6 years, she got the chances to be transferred again to the Adidas headquarters in Germany. But at that time, she chose to come back to Indonesia. During that, in San Francisco, she studied clinical hypnotherapy direct from the master teacher. I think she completed all the I think the diploma, right, Brenda, and sort of. And I know the reason she's come back to Indonesia because I think at that time she decided enough the corporate world and she want to live her mission to help more people to live lovingly, happily, and mindfully. So, Okay, so I'm really excited to have Brenda. She has been 20 years since the first time she studied about mindfulness meditation, about stress management, and currently she holding practice consulting for client and has been managing more than 10,000 clients in her entire career in this field. Okay, welcome Brenda. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Hany, and thank you, CFA Society Indonesia, for having me. Excited to talk here with a bunch of professionals in Left Brainer Society, sort of. Because
they may not agree with that.
Financial is always connected with numbers, and those who are working with numbers and those who are working as an engineer are sort of more like left brainer, which is the thinker type.
Oh, thinker type.
And
okay.
there's nothing that everybody's different. There are some right brainers and there are some left brainers and there's some middle, which is the really what we are achieving is actually to be mindful in both of the left and the right.
Oh,
so
okay.
Right brainers, usually people who have the art thing and the languages, these are the people who are the right brainers. It would be perfect if left and right can be combined, of course.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
So, yeah.
So, Brenda.
Okay,
so you have been working in organization, right? I guess you're working as an employee before. I guess from almost 13, 5, 8, almost 20, more than 25 years, I guess. So you know the culture and the stress of working in a company. Okay.
I was one of them. I was one of them who was really stressful.
Oh,
working in corporate world, of course, as big as Adidas and Nike, LA Gear and stuff. And we always had deadlines. So I was also stressed at the point where I had to cover my colleagues and I worked so hard and I got carpal tunnel. My hands were really, really painful because and it's stress. The therapist said it's stress. It was true. I was stressed out because two of my colleagues, one was in China working, one of them came to the home country. I was in the US. By the way, I used to work in a TaylorMade Adidas Golf, which headquarters is in Carlsbad, California.
Oh,
which
California,
is the southern part of California instead of the northern part. So anyway, since then I started to find out what is it that will help actually to relieve stress, and which I will share tonight with all of you.
Oh, thank you.
So is that okay if I start sharing my screen now?
Yes, please do. Okay. Before start, so for all the participants, so today webinar will be in a conversation mode. So Brenda asking me to make it more fluid. So I may, in the middle of the webinar, I may asking question, I may clarify some my understanding. So I invite everyone to just put a question or even a comment that you want to ask about stress and about anxiety, today's topic. Okay, so Brenda, give it to you.
Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen, which I had prepared specifically for this webinar. Okay. Alrighty, so this is the start, and my credentials is I finished my study in Hypnotherapy Training Institute up until final level 6 as a certified clinical hypnotherapist. That's how I got the certified clinical hypnotherapist name behind my name. And I'm also a regression specialist. And I'm also a past life regression hypnotherapist from PLRt, from IARRT, which unfortunately this association already closed. And I'm also a therapist of life between lives therapist. This is a continuation to be a regression therapist. And I also learned energy integration with my teacher, Marian Boon from the Netherlands. And I'm a member of American Council's Hypnosis Examiners. And I'm also certified meditation mentor from Damasuka, USA. So my website is, if anybody interested, you can go to www.hypnosisforhealing.net, and here's my number if anybody interested, and my assistant number, Stephanie, if you want to make a session, whatever. And then also I have YouTube channel, Brenda.Ie-McRae, also Instagram. So anyway, since talking about anxiety and stress, I would be talking about the causes. And a lot of people, they didn't really understand. I put this in alphabetical orders. It's not because I'm talking to CFA, it becomes the financial number one. It's sort of. But financial situation for some people can be a cause of anxiety. Somebody who is anxious, they would have like, the first sign is sweaty in the palms, and they have difficulty to talk, and they start to feel nervous, anxious, and it will go all the way to stress and depression and all that, and which I will touch on in tonight. So financial issue is a big thing, especially nowadays during the pandemic society season, pandemic time we are right now, that a lot of people are out of job or out of business, which unfortunately they have to experience that. But for some businesses, they grow so well, like supermarkets, and then also pharmaceutical companies, and apotheke, and pharmacies. They work well. They have really good business, and sometimes also food industries. Some of the food industries work really well, but some of them unfortunately have to close. So financial is pretty much a big issue for some people. And the second one, some people may not realize that some food and drinks can cause stress. I will be calling all of you brother and sister, which I call bro and sis. So maybe you are not really notice. You don't really notice that your body can be tense because of some food or some drinks. For example, cold drinks, iced tea, whatever iced drinks, and tea, coffee, soda, alcohol can be the cause of stress. When we consume all of these drinks, our body, our nerves tends to be tense. When our nerves are tense, we feel the body is painful, like uncomfortable. And then that's how I notice. I used to be a tea drinker. I am a member in the Tea Lover Society. And since I found out that tea caused my stress, one of the cause of my stresses, so I started stopping the tea for 1 week. And then I noticed my body is pretty light. I used to need to have a massage every 2 or 3 weeks before the pandemic. So because my shoulders especially and my body feels tense, I didn't realize it was caused by the tea. And now since I realized that, I only drink tea like once or twice a week. So again, cold drinks, tea, coffee, alcohol, soda can cause stress in the nerves, in the body, and in the tension in the mind. And also some kinds of food like salty food, spicy food, and also sour food. They can cause tense in the nerves actually. So you need to start noticing what you are eating. some people like really spicy food, but actually sometimes it's not too well for the mind and for the body. You might want to check on your whatever food or drinks you are taking, consuming daily, so you are more mindful of what your body reacts to any one of these things. And the health would be some people who have illnesses, they can cause stress to the family and to themselves. So that's why it's important for us to take good care of our health and need to do annual checkup or maybe medical checkup once in a while, every few months, so we know that we are healthy. And the home management is the next part, which is can be the cause of stress. In my sessions with my clients, some of the problems they are experiencing is because of during the home environment. For example, I had a client whose husband, the client is a female, is a wife. She was so stressed out because the husband is pushing her to write down every single expenses she spent, like bawang for, onion, how much you pay for whatever. She had to write down, and it caused stress to the wife. So this home management thing, if I may suggest, you might want to talk with your spouse or significant others, wife or husband, or your significant others. Are you okay? Maybe there is something which I do or I say which can cause you stress, and then we can immediately see in their face, oh yeah, blah 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 blah, and that way it opens up, and that makes you realize, because sometimes we don't realize what our significant others or our family, our parents or siblings, if we are too micromanaged at home, they can also be stressed out. So we need to be careful with that, because we want our family to be happy, not to be too much micromanaged in the house. If you want to do management at home, at the office, whatever, then don't bring it to the home, because home and work, two different things, the separate world. Okay, so this is just the things which can cause anxieties or stress to the people at home. Law problems, some people got a problem with law enforcement, or problems with because they don't report the tax truthfully, whatever, and that causes problems in law, and the tax office can pursue whatever, and this causes stress. So I had some clients who got this problem. So that's why all of this can be the cause of anxiety and stress. Past memories. This is my specialties, actually. I'm dealing with clients for those who had phobias, who had trauma in their lives, in the current lives, which can also be coming from past lives. I'm not touching that tonight. I'm just saying that past memories, which could have been from past life or this life, can cause stress. For example, somebody who got abused, either sexually or verbally, or any abuse, that can cause stress because of the past painful memories. So some of this is what I'm working with the clients, so that they can let go and they can understand why is it they experience such unpleasant things to them, to their lives.
So Brenda, is
yes.
that including upbringing? Sometimes including upbringing, childhood
Yes.
experience,
Could be.
and somehow the voice or the experience remain. We carry it,
Yes,
and we carry into our work, we carry to our life,
right.
and it trigger our stress, in
Definitely.
whatever way. Okay.
Definitely. Especially to those, we need to be careful with our children. Try to talk to them openly. If they experience bullying at school by either friends or teachers, we need to really work with the school, because
Okay.
it's not acceptable to have bullying in the class.
Okay.
It's because this bullying problem can cause problems in the future, like low self-esteem, no self-confidence, things like that. So we need to talk really to the children, to our children, even our nephews or nieces. If they start to feel like, close up and they didn't want to talk, we need to know what was the cause, because bullying is definitely one of the problems at school, or also in the social, also in work related. So we need to be careful with that.
So Brenda, you are saying that sometimes we experience stress and anxiety is not always because of the external factor, not always because of the demand of the business today, or not because of the uncertainty that we have faced. So sometimes stress and anxiety is because of some of the personal memory. So from the
Yes.
internal side, is that what
Right.
you're saying? Okay.
Right, definitely. So
Yeah. Some people always thought stress is because of external, or
Right.
demanding job, boss that not so supportive, or maybe in investment professional, because we start to, I guess, is more get even stress competing with AI. We need to make the right decision. We need to solve the problem for the client. All
Right.
the external factor. Oh, okay.
Which we will go to number 11 eventually.
Okay. Number 6 is about us, our
Yes.
internal. Okay.
Right. Correct. Okay. So the personal issue, I'm touching on the issue about LGBT, is because I see a lot of clients who have these issues. They don't want to have these problems. It's just sometimes they are brought up in this situation, in this environment, or sometimes even from past life, from past memories. So they become, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and it causes so much stress for them, because over here in Indonesia, they are not really able to express themselves, not like in the US. In San Francisco, in San Diego, in other parts of the countries, some people, they are so openly expressing themselves that they are lesbian or gay. And it's okay for them, but not for us in Indonesia, because people are so judging here. This society is judgmental. And so they are not even able to discuss openly with the family. Even with the family, this is really sad. So actually the family would have to be accepting, because that's the way it is with them. Otherwise, what can they do, right? So anyway, this could be one of the issues, which is one of the cause of the stress problems. And relationships with friends, family, and colleagues, this can be also the cause of anxiety and stress. And if you
kind
well
of
know,
peer pressure.
Yes, peer pressure, definitely. We are so motivated to be the best in our field, and we want to do whatever we can to, destroy other people because we want to excel, and that can cause stress. People who want to be the best, actually, the stress level is really high. People who are perfectionists, the stress level, yes, The stress level is very high because they want everything to be perfect, and nothing in the world is perfect. So, you know, I used to be one of them, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, in the past, if I see something not in order, I will have to make amendments, make corrections.
Yeah, yeah.
If my report is not right, I would be checking over and over and over. And that causes stress because it's just I'm lacking of time, I'm lacking of sleep, and my time management was really bad when I was too much perfectionist. So these relationships with peers and or even with family, sometimes we get problems with the family, with our mother-in-law or father-in-law, or even husband or wives or children, siblings, you name it, you know what I'm talking about. So this can be the cause of anxiety and stress. If, for example, if we are not married, society or friends or family will be asking, why are you not married? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
How old are you now?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I used to be like, they used to treat me like that. So I was so stressed out when I had to meet together with the family.
Yeah,
Right. So this can be a cause of stress. So anyway, school for children, this can be also a cause of stress. What we can do to help them is for them to enjoy their school life. If we enjoy something, they're gonna make it fun. Just tell them, I just did a consultation with a 11-year-old kid last week. And he got a problem. He wants to be an artist, but not acceptable by the families because he has a problem with math. So he definitely is a right brainer. So not exactly a left brainer. So I said, make it as a game. Take math as a game. Try in a way that you can do like it's a game. You know you play game, right? Yes. What do you do if you fail in the first attempt? I will try again. That's it. The same thing with math, the same thing with any other subjects you are studying at school. And then he got it. Okay, now I understand. I have to make it fun. That's it. Make it fun. So it can cause lower stress. And that's why he's happy at the end of the session, which is only talking for an hour, basically. He lives in Bali, actually. So we just do online consultation.
So your client now including children, Brenda?
Yes, it's been like that from the beginning.
Not
some
only
children,
adult.
No. Some children who, I forgot to put it here. You know, there are some indigo children who are able to see beings, who are able to hear beings, who are able to feel beings. And they are stressful because the people around them, they don't understand. When they come to see me, I understand and I tell them, you are not weird. You are not totally. Some people don't understand that. But I have to explain to the family that these children do have abilities. And it not only started when they are growing up, it started when they are young. If they suddenly cry out of nothing, they could see other beings, which might be scary to them. They didn't understand, and that caused stress to them. So indigo children can have a lot of stress. So time management is the next one, anxiety and stress. People who procrastinate, they are stressful. So that's why we need to make sure you write down your agenda for the day if you have a problem with time management. If you are procrastinating your work or whatever, you can cause yourself stress. Because procrastination has a problem with time management. Okay, so people usually go by the deadline, and that causes stress. Right, adding the stress. to the already having stress in their lives. So please don't procrastinate. Do what you can early enough so you are not stressful.
Is that speaking from experience, Brenda?
I used to be like that, definitely.
Yeah,
I used to be like that because my time management was really poor due to I had to make everything so perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why
Afraid
I
of
can
mistake.
make all of these points from my experiences, either with myself or with my clients. So another cause of anxiety and stress could be work or business related. We cannot control other people. If, for example, all of us have clients, I'm sure, one way or another. And these clients can be really demanding. And you can say, oh, that person caused me stressful. Right?
Crazy client.
Right. We are judging the client, but actually that's why they pay us. They pay us either as their therapist, I'm their therapist, or professional like yourself, Hany, or professional like all of us here, right? So because they pay us, they want to do the way they think is right.
Yeah.
And it's our job to explain calmly how we should do things better. Don't go against about them. They want to be heard. Listen first what they want to get the things done. When you listen, you know what they want. When you know what they want, you can present. And then when you present it well, your stress level is less because they will accept. But if you don't want to listen, no, it doesn't work that way. When he start or she start to talk, you said, it's not going to work that way. You already attacked the person. Your stress level is going to increase. I promise you. Why? Because they are going to build the wall. And it's going to be difficult for you to talk to them. So number one, you need to listen to your clients. Whatever, even though you don't agree. And in the beginning, you need to listen. When you listen, you understand what they want, and then you can present to whatever they want. You can give them ideas. Well, I used to work in corporate world. I had 3 options always to my bosses. Number A, number B, number C. And I present. And if they don't agree, okay, we can have option number D, which actually incorporate A, B, and C. And I'm fine. Because he or she was my boss. So I had to listen. But
and
actually,
the boss is always right.
Exactly. Start off. So that's how I work. And it always seems to work well. Because I listen and I presented what my ideas. Don't be upset if they took your ideas and present it like it's their ideas.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That would be hard. They keep doing
hard.
that.
Right. But I experienced like that. So I'm okay. Well, he's the boss. If I didn't agree, well, actually, it's all ABC in my choices, sort of, things like that. So that way, your stress level can go lower when you can work well with the clients in the work and business life.
So you are saying that sometimes there are ways, the way we managing people, the way we think, and the way we work in organization that can help ourselves to lower down the stress and anxiety. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay. Brenda, before we move to the next slide, just checking with you, is the stress and anxiety built slowly in us, or it came all together? Because I guess perhaps it starts from a burnout, right? Tired, fatigue, pressure. It starts with burnout, but I suspect in a corporate world or in a modern society, not everybody would like to be vulnerable. They tend to feel, they keep quiet because it seems like taboo to admit that I'm stressed. So I guess, what do you think about that one? They just keep it within themselves.
It's a build up, honey.
Oh,
It doesn't
build-up.
just suddenly happen that somebody's stressed. No, it's a build-up thing. Sometimes people don't realize that they are stressed until suddenly they have GERD. Gastric problem.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
So
they got heart attack.
Acid reflux, whatever. It's a build-up thing. It doesn't happen just overnight. Little by little.
So so the body normally send us the signal, right?
Yes.
If we start to stress.
Yeah. The first thing we need to notice if we start feeling uncomfortable in the tummy.
In the tummy. Okay.
And then when we are stressful, we would be burping a lot. Things like that. And that the acid reflux start working. And that's how GERD started. So you need to pay attention when you feel like, kembung and uncomfortable in the tummy, or you might be having diarrhea, whatever. That's also caused the stress. And also acne in the face or in the body.
Acne is mean jerawat, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people, when they are stressful, can be seen in the face.
Or other example, perhaps have difficulty to sleep, start to lose some energy, feel lost. That will be the signal of stress. And if we do not manage it, it will build up.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, I'm going to talk about the next one.
Okay. Brenda, sorry, I just want to say hello to the participant if you are listening. Maybe if you have some thought about what causes stress that please put in the chat box. I will take time to read about it. And there are some questions that I will address soon, but I will let Brenda finish this slide before we tackle some questions. Brenda, what do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's continue. So this is important. This is one of the important slides I would like to make people aware. When people start feeling anxious, they become anxiety, they become stressed, and then they become depressed. When somebody is depressed, they don't want to come out. They prefer to stay in their room, dark room, and then they don't want to go out. They don't want to meet their friends. And then eventually suicidal thoughts, or they really committed suicide. And that's why when you are anxious or stressed, before it goes to depression, you need to have a self-help, or if you cannot handle yourself, ask for professional help. Because some people are not equipped to know, am I really stressed? I don't feel I'm stressed. Some people, they don't realize they're stressed, but they do. We can notice from the way they talk. When they are stressful, they talk so fast. Most of the time.
Okay.
So,
wow.
That's why when my clients come, I always listen first. And when they take the stress, I immediately know from the way they talk. They don't stop.
My God, I need to be careful because generally I talk very fast, Brenda.
Well, I know you from 30 years ago, honey. That's the way you talk. There's nothing to do with being stressed. But that's the way you've been talking all of these years, which is nothing wrong.
So anybody from the participant who talk very fast, just chat yes. Okay, yes. Okay.
Okay, so this is some of the things I list so that you can help to manage your anxiety and stress. Accepting. Again, this is all in alphabetical orders. What does it mean by accepting? If you're trying, if you are going against the stream, if you are, you know, not accepting, you can cause yourself stress. So number one is accepting first, and then check, what can we do? Because if you don't, for example, a family who has a son or daughter who is LGBT, what can they do? They cannot do anything other than accepting. If they cannot accept, it can cause them stress, for sure. I can guarantee you 100% because that happened many times. So number one is accepting in our world. For example, Hany knows that I don't have children on my own. I have children from my husband, but I'm accepting my my husband's children as my own children. I'm not trying to avoid that. Hey, you cannot communicate with your children. We live here. You cannot call them. I don't do that. So things like that. It means we are accepting whatever we are facing in daily lives, whatever situation. Okay.
Brenda, I guess accepting also, perhaps we accept that we are in stress. We accept that we are anxious.
Yes.
And we accept we need help. I guess that's another part of acceptance also, right?
Right. Accepting,
not denial.
No, not denial. Exactly. Okay. And this next one is breathe. When you're stressful, usually your breathing pattern is very shallow or low. That's why you are stressful here, because your brain doesn't have enough oxygen. So you need to take a deep breath. Do that several times until you start feeling, okay, I can think again. Stop and breathe. Stop in whatever you do. If you know that you are anxious about something, take a deep breath. If you need to talk about in front of a public, in front of people, if you are stressful, take a deep breath and then you can talk again. That's really simple and easy, but people take it for granted and they tend to forget about it. So need to make conscious breathing. Okay, so just take some deep breaths. Okay, breathe. And then exercise. When we exercise, we let go the stress. Believe it or not. Whether you're jogging, you are doing yoga, you are doing walking or swimming, whatever exercise you're doing. But to those who are over 40, I would tend to advise, you're really professional and you sit behind your desk a lot. So try to do some exercise in the chair. In the chair. You can do yoga poses in the chair, you know? So do some exercise, stretching when you feel, so stressful, so tight, whatever. Just stretch out. Stretch out and breathe. Exercise in your chair. Or you can even walk around the office and look at the nature, whatever. And we are going to do that. So exercise. It's really it's really important. Even go up and down the stairs.
So exercise doesn't mean that we have to go out and play sports. Sometimes, when we are in the office, we are really feel burnt out under pressure. What you can do is accept it, take a deep breath and exercise, even from your chair. That's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
It's a simple thing, but people forgot all about this. I'm just trying to remind people again. Okay.
That's within your control. You can do it because you can simply stretch, right?
This is self-help. Some of them, these are self-help. Okay? That's why I say self-help or ask for professional help. Okay. So the next one is watch fun movies. So you can laugh. The important thing, people, so stressed out. You can see the tense in the face. You can see, this, very
a line,
so
the
many
line.
lines.
Yeah,
Yes, so many lines here. It's because you're thinking too much, you are analyzing things, you are working with numbers, and then you forgot to smile or laugh. That's really important. And if you are stressful, I always tell people, avoid drama movies.
So no Korean movie, right?
No drakor.
No drakor.
Yeah, why? Because you will be crying. When you're crying, you increase your stress level.
Oh, I hope that is no Korean here. No Korean producer.
And
Okay.
no horror movies. Horror movies tends to make our our body tense. Our mind also tense. I can give example. I have a niece. She loves watching horror movies. But what happened? She didn't dare to go to the bathroom herself because she was afraid. What does she do? She did it to herself. So don't watch horror movies. It is no good.
Yeah.
And don't
I
watch,
understand.
yeah, like tense movie also. What does it mean? Like war movies, bloody, whatever, and kill people. It doesn't do you any good. Why do you want to watch such movies? Just watch something, fun, like Mr. Bean. Sometimes it's silly, or I Dream of Jeannie. Whatever can make us laugh. That's fun. Okay. So, yeah.
Brenda, I just want to tell you for whatever reason, when I start above 40, for one point time in my life, I developed afraid of flying, take the flight. I don't know why. Just suddenly, because in my early career, I'm flying everywhere, going from one city to the other city. And one day, my best friend say, I'm watching the Net Geo about the plane crash series. So this is what he said. No wonder that you develop fear to fly. Why? Because you watch the plane crash series. Because somehow it start develop. I say, it's nothing to do with that. It's just a series. But later I realized, yeah, could be. Subconsciously,
yes.
It add on. It amplify my fear.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I understand. If I cannot handle it, don't watch it.
Right. Be careful of what we watch.
Yeah.
So
make sure that we can manage it.
Right. Exactly. We have to control these things we can control. And the next thing is do something you enjoy, like a hobby. What do you like? I know Hany loves reading. So when you're stressful, Hany, you can just read. Takes your time, like 5 minutes, you start reading. Okay. Come back to work, you're fresh. Okay, so
lucky.
Do something you really enjoy. Huh? What's that?
I feel lucky that I don't like Korean drama, so I read. Otherwise, I become subject of your assessment.
Exactly, right.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, what does it mean? MBWA. Anybody know?
Anybody knows? Okay.
Anybody knows? What do I mean by MBWA?
Is that management by walking around?
That's it. Bingo.
Oh, okay. I passed the test. Okay.
I took this advice from one of the executives in LA Gear, and I watched him always walking every day. He would greet us, he would talk to us, and I asked, why are you doing this on a daily basis? Because I want to get to know my employees, and I'm doing is part of the management. I'm doing management by walking around. Whoa, I never knew that. And it's one of the things which can release your stress, because maybe I knew he was stressed out because, he started losing his hair, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And then maybe it's one of his ways to release stress. He walk around the office, up to the stairs and look in different offices. He said, I'm not micromanaging people. I just want to know how people are doing, and what problems they have, because we usually tend to keep it to ourselves.
Anxiety helps.
Right. So this is important. So when you start to be stressful, start walking around. And that is also healthy for you because you walk instead of you sit. Okay, so you need to do that.
Okay.
And of course, meditation. Meditation is one of the stress relief. If you can meditate, what does it mean? Just be mindful whatever you do. When you walk, you know you're walking and not let your mind thinking of this and thinking of that. Just realize that you're walking and you are walking really happily and you know you're walking. When you eat, you taste the food. When you shower, you know you're showering. And when you take the soap, you know you are taking soap. You know what happened, honey? Years ago, before I started taking up meditation, when I still live in the US, after work, I would be cooking, watching Oprah on TV, and talking to anybody, friends or family on the phone while I was cooking. That I did for many years, for a few years, maybe 2 or 3. And suddenly, when I took a shower, I didn't even realize, did I soap myself? I asked that question. I didn't know I soaped myself or not. Where was my mind? I wasn't mindful. And that's, I knew I was really, really bad at the time with my mindfulness. So I started taking up meditation, and now I cannot multitask. I just do one thing at a time. I try to avoid multitasking. So that's what I've been doing. So if I need to, then I need to. But if I don't need to, I try not to. For example, it's a good thing at home, we don't have TV in the dining room. There is no TV. So we don't watch movie. We don't watch TV while we are eating. We're eating and we are eating. Just taste the food. And sometimes we talk with family. That's it. Yeah. So we don't do 2 things or 3 things at a time. So that way we are mindful.
So no TV in the dining room.
No.
No TV in the bedroom.
No. We don't have TV in our bedroom. No.
Okay. So where your TV
only
is?
In my mom's room.
Oh, okay.
In my mom's room. If I want to watch a movie or something, I go to my mom's room. If we want to watch a movie, Scott play in his laptop, my husband. So live simply.
Too high level for me, Brenda. Too high level. No TV. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been doing anyway. So nature. When we go to nature, we feel like, it's so nice to see nature. Whether you go to a mountain or you go to a park or you go to a beach, or in the pandemic, sometimes we cannot go outside. What can we do? YouTube. Look at YouTube. Just a few seconds, a few minutes, even just 1 or 2 minutes. When you are so overwhelmed by your work, try to, I can't think anymore. You open YouTube and look at beautiful nature, and you look at the beautiful flowers or whatever you enjoy watching, just for a minute. And then after that, okay, come back to work. And then your mind will be as fresh. And it's important for us. That's why we go out to different countries, so we can enjoy the nature. But in the pandemic, we cannot do that. So YouTube is one of the sources which we can use to help us. Okay. The next one is power nap. I learned this from the factories in China. In China, people, they are encouraged to sleep after they have their meal for lunch. Why did they do that? Because after they sleep, their mind is fresh, so their productivity is raised. So that's why it's important. We can also take power nap. If you are working either at home or at work, you turn off your phones and tell the people around you, I cannot be disturbed until 1 o'clock. So after you take your meal, maybe only 15, 20 minutes you eat, and then you take like 20 minutes or 30 minutes power nap. And then you you need to turn on your alarm so you don't get over 1 o'clock. Right? So just close your eyes and take a deep breath and relax. If you can sleep, that's great. If not, just breathe. It's a form of meditation, but it can also relax you. Okay? So power nap is very important for our productivity.
That's good to hear that power nap is the form of meditation. Wow.
Kinda. Before, if people cannot meditate, they do breathing exercise as a form of meditation, as a form. It's not exactly as a meditation, but it's a form of meditation with breathing. Okay. Because when you breathe in, you feel your body relax. You feel your mind relax. And that's why it's important for us to do this.
Okay.
And to those of you who have problems with social media, stressful because COVID cases increasing, Omicron, blah, blah, blah. Make yourself stressed. Why do you want to do that to your mind? You just need to know the virus is there. You take precaution. Eat good food, eat healthy food, take care of your mind, go under the sunlight, take good vitamins, and that you can increase your immune instead of worrying. Because if you watch social media, I can guarantee some of you become worried. And why worry? It doesn't do you any good. It just causes your body to react to GERD. And that's not good. So just reduce social media. I only see Facebook in the morning because I want to check memories. I want to check people's birthday most of the time. That's all. And then Instagram, I saw it because I enjoy watching somebody making cookies or making things from chocolate, whatever, just something really relaxing. Yeah, fun. Relaxing and fun. So just reduce social media if it causes you to add more stress. If it doesn't cause you stress, hey, you can do social media, whatever you want. So anyway, the next part is sunlight. There are studies, people who don't have enough sunlight. This is especially true in the northern part of America. They have less sun because, for example, in Seattle, for example, northern part of America, they really have less sun because it's raining all the time. And people are so stressful because it's gloomy, and it makes them depressed. When it makes them depressed, they might commit suicide. And that happens a lot in Seattle and or northern part of America. So that's why in Indonesia, we are so blessed with a lot of sun. So go under the sun. Don't be afraid of being dark. I used to be one of them. You can ask God. When I first started dating with him, he asked me, let's go to the beach. You know what I did? I put on jacket. He laughed at me. Why are you putting on jacket? We are going to the beach because I don't want my skin to be dark. Oh, come on, cut it out. Since then, I'm not afraid of sunlight. It's okay. It's good to have sun. Okay? And therapy is one of the things which can help you managing your anxiety and stress. And vitamins, vitamin C, D3, magnesium, they're very important. Some people who are less having vitamin D, their stress level is very high. So vitamin D3 is very important. C2 and magnesium. And if you cramps a lot, add potassium or eat bananas. I always eat bananas every day. I make sure, my mom makes sure we always have bananas because otherwise we would cramp. And that's a sign that the body starts to feel cramp because of lack of potassium. Things like this. Okay, so the next part. This is, I would like for people to take a note. Slow down. Don't be too much in a hurry. People who are always in a hurry, they're so stressful. So just relax and slow down. And just, that's why, do not procrastinate so you don't need to rush. Okay, so keep calm. Be positive in your mind. So over here also there's a thing that people is enjoying the sun or having massage or jacuzzi or sports or whatever, you know, enjoy, take it easy. This is, I guarantee, if you're practicing this like I do, then we are less stressed. Unplug. What does it mean? No, nothing, just relax, unplug. Don't watch too much movie, don't watch too much, play too much gadget, probably. Just let go of those and spend time with family. Talk with your family, talk with your friends, maybe, talk with your parents. So enjoy life. Brenda. How can we do? Yeah, we can always find enjoyment in our lives. Everybody's different. My way of enjoying life is different with Hany. So we need to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe for me, I'm not so much into reading, but if I want to read, I would read. But I know Hany loves reading. So whatever you can enjoy your life, and it's adding also to your knowledge as well if you read, or at least watch something beneficial. Have fun. People is lacking of fun in their lives. They are more stressful in their lives. So we need to have fun. Have fun with whatever, even with little things like tissue paper. Oh, we have fun. We are making things. And you know what I do? I'm not ashamed to admit that I have a little toy I snuggle at night. And it's a stress reliever. Oh. And that goes with my mom, and that goes with Scott. So every one of us have toy. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are adult, but we need to have our inner child to be happy too. No, so be fun. Don't be afraid, people. Oh, silly, Brenda is still playing with toy. I don't care. It's my life. You know? Even in my office, I have this. Can you see?
Yeah. Like what? A doll, yeah, boneka.
A cute baby Yoda.
Oh, okay. What you do with that?
Just look at it, make me laugh because it's so cute.
Okay. Yeah.
Find something cute around your desk, or put something cute there, even a smiley face, which can make you smile. So that way you are less stressed. I don't care what people would say. I still have this in my office, in my drawer. And if I have a little client, I say, hey, let's play with Baby Yoda a little bit. And they always have fun. When they have fun, they can accept. And that's what's interesting in people's mind. So the next part is relax. And how do we relax? We smile. When we smile, over here is opening up. Our stress level is lowered when we smile. Our mindfulness is better when we relax and when we smile. Okay, so that can help a lot of people. That already helps a lot of people. So go outside when you can, instead of just staying indoor. If you cannot go outside, just watch YouTube. Look at nature, as I suggested earlier. And smile. Have a smiley thing put in front of you and meditate. If you want to learn to meditate, you can contact me also. I have a group of teaching meditation class. I don't know if you have time, Hany. So
Okay, Brenda.
see, even dog can relax. I put this PowerPoint so that people can see it's important to feel relaxed, to have relaxing in our
Okay.
daily lives. Okay.
Brenda,
That's it.
so
Yes.
let's answer some question before we still have, I think, around 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So the first note, thank you for some friends who put some note. So I say hello to Pak Woody. I think the story that you tell, the husband who keep asking her wife to note every onion that they buy. And Woody say maybe it's an analyst. Oh, okay, hopefully not, but thank you for make a comment. From William Chandra, hello Brenda. 2 questions. What is your opinion about transcendental meditation? That's number 1, transcendental. Do I spell it correctly? Do you get it, Brenda? Transcendental. And the second, I have planned to learn about neuro-linguistic programming. And what would be your opinion about that one? Maybe you can tackle the first question.
Okay. So TM, Transcendental Meditation. I heard about that, but I'm not a practitioner, so I cannot comment too much on that. I'm a practitioner of loving kindness meditation. And we practice with smile and with relax. And that's why you see me smiling all the time. And you see me relax. I'm over 50, just same with Hany, but our face doesn't look that old, right, Hany?
Yes, not at all. Okay, so Brenda has conducted several loving kindness meditation, one day camp or retreat,
Right.
sorry, or several day retreat. You can go to her Facebook if you want to check. It's on loving kindness, and she also run also a forgiveness meditation for some of you that have an issue that you want to let go. Okay, that will be. So about the NLP, do you want to comment or you want me to comment?
I think it's your expertise, Hany.
Okay, so I'm sorry, maybe the time not permit me to explain, but I will say yes, William. I study NLP. I study NLP at San Francisco. I study NLP at Jakarta also, and I will fully recommend because NLP teach us how we understand why we think and why we say what we say. So that will be fully recommended. Okay, to the Galaxy S2, hello. I don't know whether it's she or he. Jika tahu stres, tapi tidak tahu bagaimana memulai mengurai benang kusut yang bikin stres, apa yang mesti dilakukan pertama kali?
Ask help.
Make
appointment with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe I can help you.
So I guess, Brenda, the way you explain that several method is a self-help kan, bantuan sendiri.
Yes.
So, but you also say if we're having too much, so just have the courage to admit it and go to psychiatrist or go to a coach or go to Brenda asking for help. I got a friend working in government also say that, and she choose to admit it, and she have I think 6 consultation with a psychologist, and I think she feel better after that. So
exactly.
Yeah, just go out asking for help. So for Galaxy, yeah, because I think Brenda living in corporate world, like I say, not everybody have the courage to admit, gue lagi stres, kayak gue perlu bantuan deh gitu. I think that's what you say, asking helps. Hopefully itu menjawab ya Galaxy. So from Ameliana, the overthinking person are closely to anxiety and stress. Well, I'm a recurring overthinker. And how to deal with overthinking in order to relieve stress and anxiety? Wow, that will be a tough question, Brenda. Overthinking.
No, I have lots of overthinkers, clients.
Oh, okay. A client, okay.
Yes. When you are overthinking, you are adding stress to yourself. So when you're overthinking, when you're sleeping, you would be thinking, and you don't realize it's already 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and you're lacking of sleep. That's why you have a problem sleeping, because you keep thinking too much. And start to let go the thinking. Just know the thinking is there, and you let go by not keep your attention on the thoughts. And then you relax the tension and tightness, and then you smile. I'm not going to think about it. I'll think about it tomorrow. And then you come back to your sleeping. So that way you don't entertain all of your thoughts. Sometimes the thoughts are not yours. Sometimes the feelings are not yours. That's all I can say. Because some people who are so kinesthetic, who are a feeling people, they can feel other people's feeling or other beings' feeling, and that's not their feelings. And when they come to me, I ask several questions, and the answer is yes. Oh, okay, you're sensitive to feelings. Then you need to start making bubbles, blah, blah, blah. You know, I teach people how to take care of their mind, take care of their feelings, so they are not overwhelmed.
Okay, so I mean, just a little sharing. Whatever that Brenda mentioning about exercise, breathing, mindfulness, meditation, that could help. But overthinking is a pattern, and nothing wrong with that. In a lot of context, we need to overthinking something. So just how to use it in a positive way, it helps. But first, you need to understand and accept it. So I hope in the next session, whatever, we can talk a little bit about that. So NLP will help, meditation will help, seeking help also helps.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. From Naila, okay, I love air crash investigation. So okay, I better don't go to your home and watching that video, Naila. It will give me more afraid and afraid. But I really thanks my friend for reminding me. So don't watch movie, don't read a book that you cannot manage, because it's adding to your stress without you realizing that. Okay. Right. And by the way, Naila admitted I'm afraid to watch horror movie. Okay, I don't know. Sorry. Okay, from Joseph, how do we know whether the past memory haunting us or not? If it does, then how do we know which one that affect us? Wow.
Okay, for example, if you have phobia about anything, you are afraid about something, and logically thinking, for example, somebody afraid of snake, logically thinking, why are we afraid of snake? It's just a snake. It's like a horse. It's like whatever, you know, it's just a snake.
Oh,
and some people are so afraid they cannot even see a picture of a snake. And that's called phobia. Somebody who is so afraid of fire. Why are you afraid of fire? Logically, we cannot think. If we think logically and the feeling they cannot match, then it means you have the past memories affecting you. So somebody who is afraid of snake, they've got bitten before in their past life and they died because of that. Of course, they would be afraid of snake, but that was then. My job is to make them realize that that was in the past, not in the future. And, you know, I have my techniques to help people. So that's what people come to me for. And they find relief and they let go of their fear. So that's how we know that past memories are haunting us or not. If we are still afraid about something, it means it's still haunting us. If we think about it and it's just normal, then it's not haunting us.
I think some of the past memory could be in a inner voice, you know, maybe a voice of your parent. Don't do it. You are not good enough. If you do it, you will fail. You know, so the voice is so soft, but it's there. That could be sometimes stopping us from living our dream. So how do we know? I think I will say knowledge. So if you have some knowledge about meditation, you have knowledge about NLP, neuroscience, perhaps you go to webinar, that could help. You start to realize, oh, that is a past memory. And second, maybe you ask for a coach, you know, engaging in a coaching conversation, that could help. Or start just aware, what's stopping you from achieving your dream? That could be helps. There are some past memory really, you know, like keychain us, stopping us to believe that we can. Okay, I hope that help yourself. I just Hopefully we can meet in other CFA webinar. From Maria Angela, Priska, sorry. Thank you for the opportunity. Stress is frequently caused by limit ourselves as a result of fear of failure, and mistake. Even though achievement and constructive feedback from others may help in short term. How to get over not believing in ourselves in long term? It's called self-efficacy.
Yes.
I think your question is about what we call self-efficacy. Maybe Brenda can just answer.
True. Well, if you know consciously, and this is your subconscious mind talking to you that, oh, you are afraid, or because you cannot succeed, or somebody said you will never be successful, as what Hany said. It's a bad suggestion from people in the past. So it doesn't apply anymore. Right now, Priska, you are totally achieving, you are a total top achiever, and you can do it. And then you can see yourself do it, and that way you can really do it. And then you see yourself in a mirror and tell yourself that I'm able to pass by this, and I can do this. You know, you convince yourself by talking to yourself in the mirror, looking at you, looking at Priska's eyes, that I am Priska and I can do it. It's one of the techniques which you can do. It's a self-hypnosis, actually. That way it can help you that you understand that it's just a fear. Where is this coming from? It's not even yours. Sometimes it came from the past. Somebody in the past told you that you cannot do it and you believe it's true. Actually, it's not true. Then don't believe what people say exactly if that's not true. Your colleagues already told you you make achievements. You are a top performer. Why do you believe from the past that you have fear? Let go the fear. Let go the fear completely.
I guess I just want to say, if you do what Brenda suggests, accepting, breathing, exercise, watching your food, and have fun, all that suggestion, if you do it with discipline, I believe self-efficacy is a skill that you can develop.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to keep doing it, just believing. Because different with self-esteem, confidence and self-efficacy is something that, how to say, I know I say it, you can build, it's just don't come, either you have it or not, no. Something that we just need to work on it. So
yes.
Keep doing what Brenda suggests and you will feel surprises. I know it because I run a confidence class and I can see in my participant who keep discipline in doing what they are supposed to do. Okay, I hope that helped, Priska. Okay, from Widi, I think this will be the last question. The other is just comment. Okay. Do you have some tips, Brenda, for people who cannot sleep at night caused by overthinking? Sometimes we are not even aware. We tend to overthink things. And all of a sudden it's 2 a.m. I think just like you say in the morning. So we get stressed even more because we could not get enough sleep. Yeah. And it's not good for the health. So can you give suggestion? Maybe they should join your meditation, I guess, Brenda.
That's what I already touched earlier about the overthinking. That this is what happened when people before going to bed. They think. And you know what I can suggest to you? If your thinking is very beneficial, you write it down as bullet points. Okay, this. Okay, and then close your book. I will think about this tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to sleep. And you make yourself always be on the bed by 11. So that you can be, taking a deep breath and relaxing. And then off you go to deep sleep before you know it. But you don't entertain your thoughts. And if it's important, you write it down and then you close it. I'll think about it tomorrow. Right now, I need to go to sleep. And then off you go into deep sleep.
I think that's a skill also, right? We just need to habitually doing it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, just because of time, but to Widi and to everyone who have issue in overthinking and sleeping, CFA Society Indonesia, we run a special webinar sometime in March and in April about sleeping. We will invite one expert who will share some tips how to manage our sleep. Okay, so hopefully see you in that webinar. So Brenda, I think we're almost near the time. Please don't exit first. Don't leave the chat. We will have to take some photo about this one. But I just want to speak out some of the comment from Ameliana. She agree that sometimes having fun, not only by just go vacation or shopping or anything that need money, simply by having a baby Yoda, it will be inspiration. So I guess Tokopedia will be suddenly have a sales of baby Yoda. Okay.
I bought it in Tokopedia.
Oh, you bought in Tokopedia. Okay. Okay. So thank you from Priska. Hopefully it helps. Self-efficacy again is a skill. So just keep doing. Stop watching market before sleeping through the so I think that's the end. So I just want to do you want to close today webinar, Brenda? What will be your last sharing to all of them before I close it? I hand it over to Bu Devi.
Okay, so I give a lot of tips already today, and I hope some of you, all of you will apply it in your daily lives so that you become have a stress-free life, and which can be really enjoyable. Life is fun. Don't make it hard. Play it like a game. You know, if people make bad comments about you, just laugh and don't say anything. Because if you start saying something, then they start to be chasing you, whatever. Just laugh and let go. Laugh and let go. Forgive whatever they say. It doesn't get into my head. It doesn't get into my heart, and I'm happy. And that's why I'm hoping that everybody can be happy too. Keep smiling, relaxing, and be happy.
And remind all of us to just do some of the suggestion that Brenda do. Of course, if you need help, then ask for help. Don't delay. Don't procrastinate in that sense.
Yes.
If you really straight out, reach a psychologist or psychiatrist, whatever you name it. So the sooner, the better. Otherwise, keep discipline in whatever say. Accepting, breathing, exercise, having fun, have a Yoda toy, and so on and so on. Okay, so thank you so much for everybody who's coming. I hope you can stay just for a while. Bu Dewi will take picture. I will end the spotlight and see you in the next CFA webinar.
Okay. At the moment, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait.
Okay, Bu Dewi, sudah?
Wait, one more.
One more, okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So if you want to follow Brenda, you can follow the IG, same name, the Facebook also same name, the YouTube also the same name. So be happy, living happy, lovingly, and mindfully as Brenda mission. So thank you so much. So see you in the next webinar.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Terima kasih Bu Brenda.
You're most
Terima kasih semuanya.
welcome. Okay, so everybody
Bye.
can leave now.